I left the Navy in 1984 after 6 years of active duty service and serving on 2 Navy destroyers. I worked in electronics, and then I went to the private sector and worked on industrial process control systems in sheet factory processes like extruded plastics, paper mills primarily, and other type of sheet processes. But a paper mill is one of the most dangerous places you'll ever see, you'll ever work. There's so many things that can kill you just by sticking your finger in part of what they called the gap or the nip of a calendar stack. Or there's so many pulleys and ropes and chains that are going fast, and I had to work amongst that. And I always noticed the signs at the end of the factory that said, "Safety is no accident, safety is no accident." And I've thought about that all these years, and when I became a lawyer and I saw that we would keep calling collisions or incidents, we'd call them accidents. And yet safety is no accident, and we refer to auto accidents, or we have a code in some of our paperwork at my law firm where we refer to MVA. Well, we've taken that out of our vocabulary. We call them MVC, motor vehicle collision, because it was a collision, but it was not an accident. It doesn't mean the person didn't. It doesn't mean the person acted with actual malice or deliberation to cause the collision, but the tortfeasor, the defendant in an auto collision case or any other kind of negligence case, made an affirmative decision to do something, whether it was to not pay attention, or whether it was to drive too fast, or whether it was to put on makeup while they're driving, or to drink a milkshake, or fiddle with the radio, or fiddle with the air conditioner knobs, or to drive fatigued, or to drive under the influence of alcohol or some other drug. Some conscious affirmative decision was made by the wrongdoer, the negligent person. Negligence doesn't just happen in a vacuum. And I've done another video about mayhem and these ads that try to suggest at great expense to the insurance companies, to the jury panel, and everybody's jury panel comes from a group of people that every one of them have seen one of these mayhem commercials if they haven't seen 100 of them. And mayhem is just the notion that sometimes stuff just happens. We've all seen the bumper sticker. But safety is no accident. Get that drilled into your own mind. Get the accident out of your vernacular, out of your vocabulary, and talk about negligence in terms of an affirmative decision to do something, or an affirmative decision to not do something that violates the contract that we have with each other. I'll be safe, you be safe, and if I'm safe and you're safe, we will both get where we're supposed to go safely and uninjured. If there is an injury and a car wreck, somebody was negligent, and it wasn't an accident. It was the result of a conscious decision. I suggest that you remind yourself of that often. I still use the word accident sometimes, but I try to correct myself every time and say collision or incident. It's not an accident. Negligence is never an accident. It's a breach of a duty which requires some affirmative decision on somebody's behalf. I hope this has been helpful. I hope you can use this and incorporate this in your practice and in your day-to-day conversations. It would be helpful to you to use that terminology in your day-to-day conversations so you don't slip up in front of a jury and start calling this an accident. An accident. It's just an accident. Stuff happens. It's just mayhem. Don't lean into that punch. It is a punch and it's coming, and you've probably already experienced it if you've tried any cases. So it's nice talking to you. I look forward to talking to you some more. Thank you. You know, one of the many things I learned as a district judge in 9 years is that virtually every lawyer comes to my courtroom for the same reason. That is, they believe they have a client who deserves justice. I'm retired District Judge Ken Adair, and I want to help you become a better trial lawyer for your client. So subscribe to my channel for winning jury trial strategies, or go to Trial.Win to learn more about my first chair, co-counsel, and focus group services.